so hot.
I wanna take my clothes off. Good song.
Good song. Good song.
All right, hello everybody.
Oh, Nelly.
Hi
everybody.
We are on the road once again,
Road
saving cinema today.
on
The road again.
Making music with my friends.
Yeah, but we Casey and I are in an effort to save cinema.
Yeah.
We are trekking out to ye old Burbank.
Yeah, Glendale.
Or ye old Glendale.
We were going to Burbank, but now we're going to Glendale. Yeah, we're going to see the latest Looney Tunes film. Or should I say the first Looney Tunes film.
The first fully animated Looney Tunes film.
Yeah. The Day the Earth Blew Up. Starring Porky and Daffy, who have some of the funniest episodes of the Looney Tunes show, if anybody cares.
They're incredible.
Not like you can watch them, because they're not on HBO Max anymore.
No, but the new ones are, and they're pretty good.
The new what? Oh, the new what?
So Warner Brothers commissioned new Looney Tunes cartoons when like the Max rebrand happened. I think it was around that time, then just promptly didn't advertise it. Just didn't tell anybody. Just dumped it onto streaming like a bunch of assholes.
If I have, is this exclusive of what just happened the other day, like where they got rid of all the Looney Tunes stuff?
Oh no! So this is independent of that. But I was just seeing that, which is crazy.
3 minutes faster, yes please.
Yes please. Wow.
I think I'm gonna get popcorn.
Get popcorn, man.
The day I've had, I need some popcorn.
You deserve it.
Thanks, man.
Today is also the second annual episode of the tickets.
Bam, 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 bam.
Wham, bam, bang-a-lang.
If you didn't listen to the tickets last year,
yeah, give us an explanation.
It's our after Oscars episode where we create our own Best Picture list of movies we watched last year that didn't come out last year.
Yes.
So movies released in 2025 that are not 2020. No, movies we watched in
movies we watched in 2024.
2024.
that
that were not released in 2024.
Very good. Woo!
I know that this year is 2025.
Which is crazy, huh?
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. And it's already March.
And it's already year's half over.
It's March 19th, 2025, year of our Lord, 1913 PST.
Oh, yeah.
We're in lovely Los Feliz. And, we're doing the thing.
So how do you want to do this, Harry?
I want to start by talking about kind of how we always start our list episodes. Are we trying to express? What are we trying to express with these lists? Like, what is motivating our list? What was on our mind when we made the list? And yeah.
Wow. My top 5 is, coincidentally, I didn't choose them because I didn't think a lot of people had seen them, but they're not movies that a lot of people have seen. I mean,
or
I would say,
nice. Casey's just that cool.
I already know Ari's list. It's Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War.
Oh my God, kill me.
Avengers Endgame.
Kill me.
And Iron Man 3.
That would be horrible.
It would be really funny if you were like, it's so good. Iron Man
2008.
Iron Man 2008.
The first one.
I don't like. I've been. Whatever. I'm not gonna go on a Marvel.
I
rant.
mean, you're a fan of the Marvels.
I like Captain Marvel more than I like the Marvels, but I do like the Marvels. What else do I like? I mean, I like a lot of Marvel movies. When I talk shit about them, it's purely from a place of loving cinema as a whole.
Right.
I think
you aspire for them to be better.
I aspire for them to be better. There's absolutely no reason that a superhero movie should be bad. At a rate that's larger than most movies are bad.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, but I have no superhero films on my top 5. If I remember it
Fucking
correctly.
surprise.
Spider-Man 2. Actually, I like Spider-Man better than Spider-Man 2, but it's very close.
Whoa.
Is that a hot take?
I think that's kind of a hot take. I think that's definitely a hot take.
I think Spider-Man 2 goes on a little bit too long. I like that it's Peter at his very lowest. I just think that it's a little tedious. In how long. This isn't about Spider-Man 2. I like Spider-Man 2.
I like Spider-Man 2.
It's no Spider-Man, though. Spider-Man is just like, ooh, just juicy every single time. I'm sorry. It's because Spider-Man 2 is the upside-down kiss, isn't it?
No. Spider-Man 1 is the upside-down kiss. What are you talking about?
Well, then there we go. That's all I need to say. Because what I was going to say was that I know that Spider-Man 2 has the upside-down kiss, which is the best part of that whole trilogy. But if it's in Spider-Man 1, then why do I even need to defend myself? Everyone should agree with me. Upside-down kiss.
Upside-down kiss, people.
You friggin' idiots.
You freaking idiots. You freaking... How do I make this work?
So my list has like, I'm trying to think. I remember one. I've got another one. Oh my god, with the Flash.
Sorry, is that going to distract your driving?
It's not going to distract my driving. Is it helpful?
I don't know.
I'm sorry I don't have a car mount or anything.
No, I should have thought of that myself. All right, so your list. What are you trying to express?
Well, I think it's lucky that a few of them I don't think people have seen. I'm blanking on one. I can remember 4 of the 5 that I picked. Because obviously I can't check my phone. Everybody can't check my chats with Ari.
You're just doing this off the dome because we're in the car. This is a road episode, people.
Yeah.
Don't you forget it.
Wow, I really can't remember it. But part of why I picked... Oh, I remember the other one now. Okay, perfect. Oh, Ari dropped his phone.
I'm listening.
And it just so happened that these were all movies that I liked a lot more than I expected to. So that's... I mean, I think that drives some of my fervor around. Oh, that's cool. Like, it's just like, these are not what you expect them to be. In some minute ways, in some major ways. So I don't know. I think all of every list I've ever made has always been like, hey, give this a chance. And in this case, it's just because I love them.
So it's not. So you genuinely. So in the past, it was like, I think these deserve to be seen, and they're not. God damn it, they're not, and they haven't really been given their day in court. But that doesn't mean you necessarily like them.
As in The Last Tickets or in general?
Yeah, well, The Last Tickets, I guess.
No, I think The Last Tickets... I mean, these are still movies that I love wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Like, the way I came up with a short list was I just took my 5-star ratings from last year, and then I picked 5. Or I picked 10.
Gotcha.
And then it just so happened that the 10 I picked had a large amount that were films that I would call underseen.
I love that.
So I'd probably say 4 of the 5 that I picked are like that.
Okay, nice. So these are films that not only do you love, but you think people should give them a shot.
Absolutely.
And they haven't been given their day in court.
Absolutely. Completely agree. I mean, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. What about you, Ari? Why are you picking...
Gosh, kind of the same, actually. It's movies. There's 2 that I think are really obvious.
Okay.
And my most obvious is at the bottom.
Okay.
And because it's obvious, because it's like everybody fucking...
The Godfather.
Yeah, exactly.
You just watched The Godfather.
And then the other one that's obvious, is rated is up a little higher on my list because I just think it's such... Like, I think something that kept coming up for me was like, how does this stand up in the grand scheme of cinema?
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the reasons you and I are trekking out to watch a Looney Tunes movie is because a part of me feels like we're kind of fighting for cinema right now.
Yeah.
And this movie being treated to a theatrical release in the wake of the Wile E. Coyote movie
Yeah.
getting completely like just shoved into a closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like we're out here trying to save cinema. So yeah, my list is kind of like similarly. I think there's stuff that people should like people in my social circle haven't necessarily seen, and should give a shot. Even the obvious ones, I think, are a little underseen.
Sure.
At least in my circle. And yeah. I'm trying to champion cinema, and these are just movies I really like. And my number one is a bit of a statement. But I also genuinely love that movie. And of all the movies this year, it was the one that like really surprised me. I was like, oh my God, that was awesome.
Nice. I feel the same way about my number one.
Cool. Right on. Alrighty, man. So what's your number 5?
My number 5. Let me just... Okay, so my number 5, the same with you, is probably the movie that I have to explain the least. It's just that I saw it and I was like, oh, wow, this is kind of magical. The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have had a better... like preconceived notion, if that makes sense, because I like Carol so much, but I was like, movie about a bunch of guys, because that's Patricia Highsmith as well, right? Isn't Ripley Patricia Highsmith?
Oh, is Carol based on a book?
Yeah, Carol is based off of another Patricia Highsmith novel, The Price of Salt is what it's called.
I didn't know that. Fucking A. You learned something new.
Look at this. We're an educational show, everybody.
Everybody, we are out here trying to educate you.
Yeah, read a book.
Read a fucking book. Why is it still auto? I keep turning it on. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I'm trying to futz with the camera. And it keeps turning on the flash, which is annoying. But anyway, Talented Mr. Ripley. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, banger. I mean, I don't know. I think Matt Damon is one of like the best living American actors. Like, yeah. I think he's incredible. And the movie really hooked me on Jude Law. I like Jude Law. He's in a lot of movies I like, but I never really have been like, I never think about him individually. It's always like, oh, this is a movie I like that has Jude Law in it. And then I recently watched Closer.
Oh, fucking A.
Oh, my God, that movie's so fucking good.
You know, I've never seen it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
As an actor, I've been forced to watch other actors do scenes from it.
That's literally all I hear when I bring it up.
The scene study play?
Right.
Good scenes, though.
Good scene. Well, the movie's comprised of scenes.
Yeah.
It's really kind of beautiful. But this isn't about Closer. Well, I'll talk about this next year when it's on my list for next year.
If it makes it.
That's true. If I see 5 more Talented Mr. Ripley's, Closer ain't gonna make it. But I loved it, and I think it's so. I always call these kinds of movies like candy. Like, it's just like thick drama and just like character studies, and it's just so pleasing. Like, every minute of it is just like
sumptuous.
Yeah, exactly. It's rich like a steak, not necessarily like a cake. You know what I mean?
And I feel like every character stands out.
Yeah.
Like Philip Seymour Hoffman in that.
Yeah. Everybody, it feels like, if this will make sense, like a board game. Like, every single aspect has a purpose. Even Philip Seymour Hoffman, who you think would be in it much more, but his role is so important.
Yeah, but it leaves such a fingerprint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Directed by motherfucker's dad.
Max Minghella.
Yeah.
From of Art School Confidential fame.
And
a movie I do not like.
What's his dad's name? Anthony Minghella.
Yeah. Is it Minghella?
Minghella. He also did fucking Cold Mountain. Jude Law and Renee Zellweger. Also Philip Seymour Hoffman in that. It was like the next epic. They were like comparing it to fucking Gone with the Wind at the time.
Wow.
But in the same way, it's a goddamn Civil War romance, and why do we need that?
I wonder if that's why they were comparing it to Gone with the Wind. I was reading a book. I'll talk about it in the next episode. I was listening to an audiobook, and it's very interesting. That's all. I was about to go on a tangent.
Oh, which one?
So it's new, which is why I hopped onto it. It's the latest biography of Merle Oberon.
I don't know who that is.
Great. That gives me the chance to tell everybody who Merle Oberon is. She was an old Hollywood actress, but why I jumped on it was she was born in India, but her whole life she passed as white and like made purposeful assertions that she was white. Like there are quotes in the book where she's like, "I'm so glad I'm not Asian," whatever.
Whoa.
So the book is a lot about, I mean, every single thing that she did in her career. It's pretty just chronological, step by step account of her career, but it's like every single thing that she did also has all these little tiny stories about how she like was constantly grappling with her identity. But the story that reminded me of that was that she was going to be in Wuthering Heights, and then Laurence Olivier was cast, and then when he was cast, he was like, well, I want Vivien Leigh to be Kathy. And then they were like, well, no, we already got Merle Oberon. And
Laurence Olivier was playing
Heathcliff, yeah.
Heathcliff.
And when they were like, no, I'm actually going to park in the other parking lot.
We're on the road, people.
We're on the road. When they were like, no, Vivien Leigh was like, aw, bummer. And Laurence Olivier was pissed about it. Like, he was an asshole on set the whole time, right?
To Merle Oberon.
And they fought, like, it was really bad. So, but what was interesting was that if Vivien Leigh didn't get that role, and then she was cast in Gone with the Wind.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Laurence Olivier was young.
Yeah.
At this point. Gotcha.
Yeah, probably in his late 20s, 30s.
I am not familiar with his filmography at all.
Yeah, I mean, he was moderately famous, but this was before a lot of his Shakespeare stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I want to say so, because wasn't Hamlet like 51 and Wuthering Heights was 49?
Oh, so he wasn't established on the theater before jumping into film.
Well, actually, what's so funny is that he was famous in Britain as a theater actor.
Yeah.
And these are some of his earlier Hollywood movies.
Gotcha. Yeah,
so he's famous. And the same thing with Merle Oberon. She was famous in Britain, and then they moved her over to Hollywood. But she had been in more Hollywood films than he had. So he was like, you're not a good actress. And she was like, well, I work here, so you don't know anything about here.
Damn. He said that?
What did he say? I think he called her like, I think he said that she had like a childish perception of acting or something like that.
What an asshole.
majorly an asshole. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. But anyway, that's my little tangent about, you said Gone with the Wind, and I immediately went to, Vivien Leigh would have been in Gone with the Wind. And,
no, I love that.
Which I found out, so that's the longest, I found this out at Oscar Trivia the other day, the longest Oscar-nominated performance.
Oh, Vivien Leigh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I embarrassed myself in front of everybody because I said Malcolm X. Denzel Washington, Malcolm X.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
That makes sense, but she's in Gone with the Wind longer than he's in Malcolm X, I guess.
Damn. The shortest is Anthony Hopkins? ?
In The Father? No, I'm kidding. Is it? No. Well. If we're talking about, okay, so this is really fun. If we're talking about, there's a woman who has like Viola Davis had the shortest performance, or like she's like top 5 shortest performance in Doubt, and I think there's a woman that has an even shorter performance from like the 60s or 70s, and it's like 2 or 3 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah, which is just a crazy thing to think about.
Because they just don't have enough women to nominate.
Yeah, they were like, oh, best supporting actress.
What's her face for Conclave?
Don't even get me fucking started. love Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah, to be clear,
love her.
Yeah.
Love her. Couldn't love her any more than I already do, genuinely. And also, there hasn't been such a sad, like, career Oscar nomination than that since probably, like, Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost or something. I just watched Ghost for the first time, and I was like, are you kidding me? This is the performance? I go, whatever. Talented Mr. Ripley is good.
Oh yeah, that is.
I love that movie.
Casey's number 5 of the tickets.
Number 5 of the tickets.
Hell yeah, 2025.
2025.
And folks, we are pulling into the parking garage, so we will pick up with Ari's number 5 in just a minute.
Mine, the girl is mine.
And we're back. We just saw The Day the Earth Blew Up.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, yes. The Looney Tunes film.
Yeah, it was fun to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
The animation is stunning.
Yeah, I love the shot. There's a shot where something blows up, and it's in the reflection of the guy's glasses.
Yes,
that
was cool.
The animation's great.
I also love how androgynous Daffy Duck is. It's glorious. Because that just feels like something Mickey Mouse could never get away with.
Well, like his ass being out?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It is cool, like, and ultimately this is a hole that Disney dug themselves. It is cool how you can see something else for children and just how a little bit racier they can be.
Yeah.
Like, you'd never see a bare buttocks in a Disney film.
Yeah. The Looney Tunes just go so hard.
Yeah.
And I like that. And there's something about the, like, chaos of Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny that I really identify with.
That you identify with?
Yeah, I know what it's like to have that energy.
Oh, yeah.
And be mischievous and annoying. And, like, not know when to stop. Like, I know. There have been times in my life.
Interesting,
where I've been like that. Anywho. Hello, listeners. Yeah, so this is the tickets.
This is the tickets. The tickets.
Casey told us his number 5.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Love it.
Fantastic film.
And now Ari is going to share his number 5. Solaris.
Wow, the Soderbergh?
1972
Okay. Never mind.
Andrei Tarkovsky film, written by both Tarkovsky and Friedrich Gorenstein, and it's based on a Polish sci-fi novel by Stanislaw Lem.
Wow.
My grandfather's name, Stanislav.
Stanislav?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say my grandfather. I was like, you really buried the lead on that one.
That would be crazy. No.
The years I've known you, you never told me that your grandfather wrote Solaris.
That would be incredible. No. They just have the same name.
Stanislav.
It is a wild time. I think so. This is the reason this one's at the bottom for me is because it is an obvious choice. It's on the Letterboxd Top 250. If you are any sort of film nerd, this is on your list, probably, if you haven't seen it.
Sure.
And it's good. I like it. I genuinely think it's a good film. I think it's worth watching. It really took me by surprise. Not only is it stunning to look at, I mean, nobody shoots movies like Andrei Tarkovsky. His appreciation of nature and color and the frame is just stunning. But what I like about Solaris so much, because I just saw Stalker recently, Solaris, I think, is the perfect blend of art house and big budget blockbuster. And wherein there are very, like, clear plot points amidst the abstract, ethereal nature of it that makes it really digestible. I think it's actually a pretty easy watch compared to his other films.
Oh, cool.
And we kind of touched on this in this episode already. I do struggle with my, like, ethnicity and heritage. I don't really know how to relate. Yeah, I feel very disconnected to it.
Mm.
And there was something about watching a film based on a Polish book that was just really special.
Mm.
And yeah, I want people to fucking see it.
Hell yeah.
And expose yourself to stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all I really got to say about this. Again, it's just astonishingly beautiful to look at and behold. The performances are weird and very, very genuine in their earnestness, which I think is really compelling and just fun. It feels like it's the kind of movie that you just kind of soak into.
Mm.
And yeah, it centers around a scientist who is tasked with going to a space station where the scientists left on the space station are suffering from like hallucinations and are claiming that they're being controlled by this like entity that's out in space. And he has to go figure it out. And he's like, he has a lot of doubt. He's like, this is bullshit. They're just suffering from some sort of neuroses. But then he gets sucked in. It's really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Can't recommend it enough.
Hell yeah.
All right, Casey, what's your number 4 of the tickets?
Number 4 of the tickets. How do I want to arrange this? I didn't think about what order I wanted it in. Also, I'm having trouble remembering them all. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. Right? Okay. My number 4, I'm gonna go with Claudine. Claudine, yes.
I don't know this film.
Fantastic. If I wasn't ripping all this off the top of my head, I'd be able to give you more information. But it's a rom-com. But it's a rom-com, like, what were we talking about? Chilly Scenes of Winter is a rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
It's a romance film, and it's also a comedy, but it's not what I would call a rom-com, right? But it's Diane Carroll and James Earl Jones, and Diane Carroll plays the titular Claudine, and she's a single mother of like 6 kids, and she works 2 jobs to support them. And James Earl Jones shows up, and she's like, I don't have time for romance right now. I have to take care of my kids. And he's like, you need to take care of yourself. And she's like, oh, you're right. And they fall in love, and it's just about James Earl Jones like acclimating to their already built family. But there's so many other things, like the fact that they're in poverty is a huge part of the movie. Like there's a whole thing where she's on welfare, and they can't get married because then she'll be off welfare.
Oh God.
And just all these other things. You know, James Earl Jones has a lot of financial troubles of his own that he's like keeping secret. He's very ashamed and embarrassed. It's great. It's really, really great. And the kids play a pivotal role. Like the kids are all characters, you know.
Oh, okay. They're not just set dressing.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like an oldest kid that has his own arc, and he butts heads with James Earl Jones, all that kind of stuff. But it's great, and I mean it's just very beautiful. Like, it's one of those movies I would say has a pretty realistic look on romance. You know, where it's very rosy, and they definitely are in love. But you know, also these moments where they fundamentally disagree on things, and they're just like, what are we gonna do now, without giving too much away anyway. But it's great. It's funny, and it's very sweet. You know, it does really well the idea of this woman who's like been beaten down by life, and James Earl Jones shows up, and he's just like, maybe there's happiness in the world, and her opening herself up to that.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
Claudine.
It's in the Criterion Collection.
Okay, sweet. James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
What year did it come out?
Late 70s.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
His career is wild.
His career, when I was watching the In Memoriam for the Oscars and they showed Darth Vader, I was like, oh, fuck me. Like,
that's crazy.
It's just the craziest thing.
That is crazy.
Like, when you see it just from, like, an outside scope, like, okay, James Earl Jones is Darth Vader, but just to, like, go, here is the sum of his career in, like, 3 movies. Did you remember he voiced Darth Vader?
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you don't even see... He wasn't even there.
Right.
He's not even in the suit.
Right.
He originated Fences, too, right? The August Wilson.
I thought so.
That's so crazy. That's so fucking wild. Originating a play like that. God.
Courtney B. Vance.
Damn. Well, right on. Claudine. My number 4, thanks to you.
Oh, yeah?
The Fog.
Ooh, whoa, really?
John Carpenter's The Fog.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not think you liked it that much.
Not
Not based on anything.
Really, really liked it. Yeah. So this is a 1980, directed by John Carpenter and written by him and his frequent collaborator, Deborah Hill. It stars Adrienne Barbeau, who is incredible as a local DJ who has the high ground on this island that is being invaded by spirits, supernatural spirits that are overtaking the town, and she's able to communicate with the town through the radio station, which I think is such a fun piece of narrative that just really pays off.
Yeah.
Also starring Jamie Lee Curtis, woo, and Hal Holbrook. I think the thing that really just sticks out in my mind about this film is it feels like what I wanted from horror and alien movies as a child. I even as an adult really struggle with horror in that I'm just really sensitive. I get really scared really easily. And this movie's scary, it's spooky. Maybe I remember it made me jump a couple times. But there's also this like sense of adventure that I really like. And oh my gosh, we're passing the Vista. They're showing The Apartment.
I did not know that.
Fuck. I've never seen it in the theater.
A matinee, so probably like Saturday in the afternoon.
I might go see that.
Do it, man. Fuck it up.
I'm a big Billy Wilder guy, people. Anyway, The Fog. We're talking about The Fog.
Right, we're talking about The Fog. Billy Wilder didn't work on The Fog.
He did not work on The Fog. John Carpenter. It's also, I think, too, like, I've seen The Thing, you know.
Right.
I've seen, like, John Carpenter's big ones. And The Fog is one that I just don't hear people talk about, really.
Sure.
And I think it's special. And, again, I think it does such a great job of pulling in multiple storylines. There's, like, Adrienne Barbeau, this DJ, single mom, you know.
Single mom.
Left her son at home, you know, while she's working. And which ups the stakes.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And then we got Jamie Lee Curtis, who's like this hippie. She's hitchhiking through the town. And then we have the priest, Hal Holbrook, who's having kind of a crisis of faith and then discovers this like corrupt piece of the town and how it and realizes that it's manifesting in this like supernatural spirit. And I love that. I love it when there's like disparate peoples of a community who have to band together to like fight the thing.
Yeah.
And I think that this movie, The Fog, is just a really fun, easy slice. Like it's not super complicated. It's not super, super scary. It's just a nice little popcorn movie. And I think that's really special.
Go off, man.
Yeah. John Carpenter's The Fog.
John Carpenter's
my
The
number
Fog.
4.
Wow, what's my number 3?
Or should I pull it up?
No, I got it. Yeah. My number 3 is going to be Secrets and Lies.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I've already talked about on the podcast, but it's fucking fantastic.
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee. Indeed. I still have to see his new film.
I hear it's devastating. Also, apparently, an insane Oscar snub for Best Actor.
Really?
Yeah.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Secrets and Lies is fantastic. If you didn't listen to the episode where I talked about it, it's about these two women. There's a younger black woman, and if I remember correctly, the movie starts with her, and her mother dies, and what is it? She finds out that she's adopted or something like that,
Right.
and she wants to find out who her biological mother is, and she gets access to that information. She calls her. Meanwhile, it's this older white woman who has a horrible relationship with a teenage daughter that she's raising right now, and she's just mean and bitter, and nobody likes to be around her. She's got a brother with a heart of gold, and the whole movie he's just like so distraught over how horrible she is. And the two of them schedule a meeting, and it's just about how strange uniting like this at these times in their lives, oh my goodness, what is her name? Marianne Jean-Baptiste is like in her 30s, and she's like, how is my mom white?
Right.
And they just so much of it is just like these great moments, the same thing, just like these characters sitting in how peculiar their situation is, and Timothy Spall plays the brother, and he's so accepting. He's got this great bit at the end where he says, like, I love you so much, I don't understand how you can be so cruel, or something like that. Like, he just finally breaks down under all this. It's great too, like, I'm explaining it poorly.
No.
It's just like full of what I consider like very realistic interpersonal relationships, like these people who are fractured and they don't really know why. And so much of it is like Brenda Blythe, who plays,
Love her.
the biological mother. She just like lashes out at everything. Like, she's just utterly unhappy with her life. And, these two people, and Timothy Spall a little bit on the outside, just trying to like connect and figure out how they fit in their family. And Timothy Spall's wife has some bits. The teenage daughter has some bits. Like, they've crafted a really interesting ensemble without making the movie like scene 1 is about this character, scene 2 is about this character, scene 3 is like, it all feels very real. So when you get to the end, it feels very earned. I like stuff like that, and that's the same thing. I didn't expect to like it. I didn't expect to love it. I thought I would enjoy it. I'm not crazy about some other Mike Lee films I've seen. But yeah, I was just taken by, where he lets like silence sit, and just in the performances, same thing, without really saying or doing anything. You kind of get a good idea of their working minds.
Oh, that's so cool.
Fantastic film.
Hell yeah. Mike Lee's Secrets and Lies. Alrighty. My number 3. kind of controversial actually compared to my number 2.
Oh.
But Elevator to the Gallows.
Louis Mal.
Yes, Louis Mal. 1958. Yes, directed by Louis Mal. And oh gosh, I'm looking at my notes here. And he also wrote it alongside Roger Demier. And it stars Jean Moreau and Maurice Rene. And Jean Moreau is like, she's the female lead. She just oozes with melodrama, but in such a delightful way. Like, feels completely believable. I really feel for her. It's about she plays a bored and depressed wife to an arms dealer, to a man who sells weaponry legally to the government and like profits from war. And her lover, Maurice Rene, decide to kill him.
Wow.
And so that they can be together. And it's about all the chaos that ensues.
I had no idea that's what it was about.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so funny because I'm really just barely touching on what the movie's about. That's just like within the first like 10 minutes. But it's just a really, again, tense melodrama at its best, where you see smart people make really dumb mistakes and reckless people make even worse mistakes, but you never question it. You just find yourself cringing at like the oncoming consequences. And it's just really compelling. It's just like problems stacking on top of problems that make sense, that aren't just plot conveniences. And I also think it's just kind of a really cutting satire, might not be the right word, but it is painting a pretty gruesome picture of romantic love and how it can fuck you up and cause you to make poor decisions. And yeah, I think it's fun. It's like a movie like that in the 50s is just, yeah, it's really sumptuous and amazing. And the director, Louis Mal, also did My Dinner with Andre, Atlantic City. This is one of his earlier films, and it's just so unlike those films. His filmography is really, what's the word? Diverse, eclectic. It's a very eclectic filmography, and this film, the whole score is by Miles Davis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really special. He just seems to be the kind of filmmaker who only makes big swings in the opposite direction of whatever he was doing previously, and I think that's really cool.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, everybody, Elevators to the Gallows. Also, if you're a screenwriter, I think it's just such a solid example of simple cause and effect. Like, your characters want something, they try to get it, but this gets in the way, therefore they have to do this, but then this, it's great. Really tight screenplay. Yeah, Elevators to the Gallows.
Hell yeah.
Check it out.
Check it out. I think that's in the Criterion Collection.
Good, as it should be.
Oh, go for it. Okay, thank you.
What's your number 2, Casey?
What's my number 2? So I was torn as to what I would do, but I think this is a solid number 2 because I'm very excited to talk about my number 1. Number 2 is going to be Night Mother.
Okay.
Which I think is fucking fantastic. Anne Bancroft, Sissy Spacek.
Fuck, I did not realize, because I'm familiar with the play.
Yes.
I've never seen the movie. I didn't realize that was the cast.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Anne Bancroft. I think Anne Bancroft is probably the greatest actress to ever live.
Whoa. The Graduate Anne Bancroft.
The Graduate Anne Bancroft. The Miracle Worker Anne Bancroft. The woman who loved Mel Brooks, Anne Bancroft.
How long were they married?
30 years.
Wow.
phenomenal actress. And I think Night Mother, especially contrast. I went too far south. Sorry, everybody. We're going to Taco Bell. Especially compared to all of her other performances. Night Mother is so exactly what you could want from that movie. So the concept is Sissy Spacek and Anne Bancroft are mother-daughter, not in that order. And, they have a very close relationship. Sissy Spacek's a little bit more reserved, and Anne Bancroft is a little bit more boisterous, that typical kind of dynamic. And Sissy Spacek, they wind down for the night, settle into relaxing. And Sissy Spacek says, I'm going to kill myself in the morning. Or I'm going to kill myself while you're asleep. Is that how it goes? And the rest of the movie is just the two of them in constant conversation, with like peaks and valleys, right, of emotion, where, of course, Anne Bancroft is trying to convince her not to do it, and Sissy Spacek is just kind of like, I've already decided that I'm going to. And Sissy Spacek's great. When I reviewed it on Letterboxd, when I posted this quote on Letterboxd where she's like, when I was a baby, all I had, this is a poor summary, but she's like, when I was a baby, all I had to worry about was being a baby, and now I'm who I am. And it's like this, like everything she says, both of them make a lot of sense. And to be in constant battle over the course of the movie, it's just fascinating to watch, especially the two of them being such fantastic actors. And Bancroft, will say something like, well, maybe you can get a new job, or maybe you can get a hobby. And she's like, I've tried that. My life is just like empty. I'm not sad. I've resigned myself to it. She's like, the only thing I haven't tried is ending my life. And Anne Bancroft, it goes so big, but it's not hammy. It's like a woman at the very edge of like losing everything.
Yeah.
Which is so hard to watch against Sissy Spacek, who is treating it like, she's decided to buy a new dish soap or something,
Right.
And it's great, and it's all one location, it's in their house and everything, and it's just devastating. And
the ending is so upsetting.
right. As I'm sure you can guess. And it's beautiful too, just to have two characters. It covers, and I think in a very realistic way, the entirety of their lives. Sissy Spacek asks questions about her dead father, and her and Anne Bancroft hash out a lot of stuff around Sissy Spacek's failed marriage.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that part.
They cover a lot of time, and it doesn't feel like exposition. It all, are just like little pieces of like fabric in their lives. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. And the same thing, I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
That's so special.
Yeah, it's just so well performed. You have something that hinges on that because you have nothing else. But yeah, I love Anne Bancroft. I love Sissy Spacek. And they're electric together.
That's great casting.
It's great casting.
God damn.
Anne Bancroft is always the right choice.
I didn't realize you felt so strongly about her.
I love her. I think she's fantastic.
Hell yeah. Number two. That was your number two.
That's my number two. So now we need your number two.
My number 2. Oh man, this is the other obvious one.
The Godfather.
The Red Shoes.
Woo, 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 woo.
1948. Yeah, I'd never seen it.
Oh my goodness.
I had never seen it. For those of you that don't know, this is the iconic film written and directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger, famously known as Powell and Pressburger. This is the film that...
Aren't they called The Archers as well?
That too, yeah. Famously, Martin Scorsese's one of his favorite films of all time. Roger Ebert called it a movie that you bathe in. Iconic Technicolor extravaganza about a very ambitious ballet dancer who is taken into one of the most elite ballet troupes in the world and is not groomed isn't the right word, but deeply
groomed in a neutral way.
By the creative director who sees her potential and basically pushes her to the edge to be the greatest dancer of all time. In the face of her kindling romance with the lead composer of the ballet troupe. So it's a tricky love triangle of sorts. It stars Moira Shearer, the famous ballet, probably the most famous dancer of the time. Hilariously third billed when the movie was released. Third to Anton Walbrook and Marius Goring.
Whoever those guys are.
Yeah, whoever those guys are. And it's wild. It's unbelievable. And I think, so much has been said about this movie. I just quoted Ebert and made mention of Scorsese. And they're right. The movie is a fucking hoot and a half. But the thing that really just moved me watching it was the sheer filmmaking scope of it. It just made me fall in love with movies in a way that I hadn't experienced in a while when I came across it. And the movie was shot on Technicolor, and I kind of went down this rabbit hole. And there's a great video essay by Royal Ocean Film Society about the Technicolor process specifically, and it cites this movie. But I didn't know this. To shoot Technicolor like fucking Wizard of Oz, The Red Shoes, Black Narcissus, there are 3 reels of film in the camera.
Oh, wow.
One of them, all 3 being exposed to one of the 3 primary colors. So they're all being exposed to the same image at the same time. 3 separate films, strips of film. And then they are processed separately in corresponding dyes. And then they are laid on top of each other for the final print. And that's why it's such vibrant color.
Wow.
And unlike anything you'll ever see. And it really is. It's astounding. You can watch clips on YouTube and you still get the idea. It's crazy. I also think it's just a really important movie for where I'm at in my career. It's a lot about ambition and sacrifice and what that can entail, and it's kind of a cautionary tale of sorts, but also I really feel for her. There's a beautiful moment where the director of the ballet troupe, Anton Walbrook, is like, Why do you want to dance? She's trying to convince him to let her be a part of it, and he's not impressed. He's like, everybody says they want to dance, but why do you want to dance? And she responds, well, why do you want to live? And he says, well, I don't know, but I suppose I must. And she says, that's my answer too. And I really feel that way about all the shit I'm trying to do right now. The Red Shoes, people. Go watch it. It's on HBO.
Can we take a pause?
Oh yeah, we're at Taco Bell, baby. And we're back.
You'd be like, okay, we're going to Taco Bell, and we're back.
I just want the listeners to have a sense of what we're going through.
Yeah, we don't fake the process. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Napkins are up here if you need some.
Thank you.
Of course. Is that what you were looking for? Oh, what do you think, man?
It's good.
It's good.
Good. Do you have sauce in here?
Yeah, dude.
Fucking A.
I threw them all over here because I was embarrassed of you seeing them, but
No,
now it's okay.
don't be embarrassed ever.
I keep sauce. I mean, I don't keep sauce. Okay, we've got hot and mild.
Hot.
Hot. Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
I'm a hot guy.
Is this mustard? All right.
Dude,
I got a lot of sauce.
I'm really into our tickets right now.
Yeah, dude. We've got good taste. I don't know. Another hot for you.
No, I'm cool.
Of course.
Oh no. You got a big old gob.
Oh no, on your white.
In my white pants.
Everybody's just listening to. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
No, the tickets are ruling right now. Lots of great movies. I've only seen Red Shoes and the last thing you said.
The Fog?
Fog, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch yours too. All right, folks. We're down to our number ones. Casey, what is your number one ticket?
Number one ticket? Dude. I always get him confused with this other guy. Who did Manchester by the Sea?
Lonergan. Kenneth Lonergan? Kenneth. The guy who wrote Lobby Hero.
What the hell is a Lobby Hero?
It's a play.
Oh. Right. Okay. And I always get him confused with another guy, so I'm going to take a swing. I'm 99% certain, and this is embarrassing because I've seen him in person, Kenneth Lonergan directed Margaret.
Yep.
That is my number one.
Margaret.
That movie blew me away.
Is this the one with Anna Paquin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I get this one confused with the... What's her head at the wedding?
Rachel getting married?
Yeah, Rachel getting married. That's the other one I get. I always get those conflated. This is a total side note. For the longest time, I thought it was Paquin. I never said it out loud, thank God. Thank God. It took me a second to realize what you were talking about.
I wasn't going to tell you. I was just going to say Paquin. Anna Paquin.
You were about to say that right now.
No. It wasn't until I saw The Irishman. And I was like, oh man, she was so good in that movie. And everybody's like, yeah, Anna Paquin. And I was like, yeah, Anna Paquin.
Wait, The Irishman? She doesn't have like any lines.
That's the point. No, kidding. Yeah, no, that's true. But she's great. She's good in it.
Real good in it.
I love Anna Paquin. I'm a big Rogue head. She's the reason I love X-Men as much as I do.
Whoa, okay, hell yeah.
I'm a big Rogue head.
I know people rag on those movies, but that first one is a big swing.
People rag on those movies?
Yeah.
People have bad taste. People have bad taste.
I love those movies.
The first three are awesome. I'll give you. No, the first four.
Whoa.
X-Men. X2. X-Men The Last Stand. X-Men First Class.
X-Men First Class is really good.
Those movies rock. I'll give you Days of Future Past isn't amazing. I like it. It's not amazing. Kitty Pryde was underdeveloped. I'm sorry.
I'm so confused by your love of The Last Stand.
Oh, I think it rocks. I
should rewatch it.
Wolverine's just so in love. And Jean's bad. Jean's evil.
That's fucking funny.
What the hell? And Jean, the thing about it is that Jean's the worst person to become evil because she doesn't want to be evil.
And we don't want her to be evil. But anyway, folks, we're here to talk about the tickets. And Casey has watched the X-Men movies years ago.
I did watch archive.org has a VHS rip of X-Men, and I was watching that not too long ago.
That's tight.
Dude.
That was one of the last to be released on VHS.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think X2 was ever released on VHS.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
I love VHS.
Only DVD.
Archive.org has some great stuff. I highly recommend it. Before they deleted it, I got the first season of Columbo, but they had the whole series.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
With the Spielberg directed pilot?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It had because I think it had 2 pilots or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I made a fucking mess.
How's your taco?
I'm gonna put that in here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, but Margaret.
Anyway, everybody, Margaret. So it's like 3 hours.
Hell yeah.
And I was so lucky I saw it in theaters. I saw the director's cut in theaters. And
Whoa.
it's about this girl, this high school girl, who sees a horrific bus accident.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is driving the bus. Allison Janney is hit by the bus and is, horribly injured, and then she dies. She dies in Anna Paquin's arms.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah, it's horrible. I would even say that the effects in that scene scarred me. When the movie ended, I didn't want to be alone. It was so upsetting.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle that.
It's fucked up. But that's it. That's the worst part of the movie. And then it's just her being unable to handle her emotions. The next 3 hours is her flirting with and being incredibly cruel to this guy that has a crush on her. She's constantly fighting with her mom. She just lashes out and belittles every single person she meets, all the while, whenever she gets any chance, she's just screaming about how messed up the world is. Because she feels like she's responsible for this bus accident. There's a whole thing. She wanted to get on the bus. She's chasing it. She's banging on the door. And Mark Ruffalo was looking at her when he hit Allison Janney. So it's just this whole thing where she's just trying to...
Fuck.
Yeah. She's trying to make sense of everything. And everyone else, J. Smith Cameron plays her mom. And I didn't know her and Kenneth Lonergan are married.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Very Tracy Letts, Carrie Coon coded to me.
I didn't know Tracy Letts was married to Carrie Coon.
Tracy Letts is mega married to Carrie Coon. They have a joint letterboxd where they post the movies that they watch on their Monday movie nights. It's so great.
I love that. That's
and
so
she'll always
cute.
Tracy will be like, me and Carrie watch this, and then Carrie will be like, me and Tracy watch this. It's cute as fuck. It's cute as fuck.
Fuck.
But
damn, that's incredible.
Oh yeah. But it's fantastic. If everything, I feel like everything I brought up tonight was a character piece. Margaret is the ultimate character piece.
Oh, I love this. That was your theme of the list, it would seem.
Must have been. It has this giant, I wouldn't even call it an action sequence, because whatever. It has this huge high point at the beginning, and you can't even really identify the plot afterwards. It's just her name is Lisa. It's just days of Lisa's life when she's either a little close to normal or completely blowing up. And yeah, J. Smith Cameron plays her mom, and she's trying to understand her, but they have a fraught relationship already. And she's also trying to date again, and I think they have a smaller son. She's got a little brother. Yeah, and then just all these characters that come in and out of her life. Matt Damon is her teacher, is her history teacher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck, I need to watch this movie.
I'm 99% sure that's Matt Damon. It's just fucking fantastic. And for Anna Paquin to be 18 in the movie, and she's been acting forever, but incredible performance. I feel like it's so hard. A lot of people find her really annoying. I feel like that is exactly how a teenager would react to witnessing someone die.
Right.
And to have no support system. The movie is so largely about, having absolutely no one.
Oh, God.
It's fantastic. Great movie.
Right on, Casey. Well, I'm convinced.
That's number one.
Fucking A.
One of the best movies I've ever seen.
He's something else, dude. I have some opinions about his plays, but his movies seem to really knock it out of the park.
I wasn't crazy about Manchester by the Sea, but something that really sticks with me is when Lucas Hedges is talking about how they can't bury Kyle Chandler. And he says, I don't like the idea of him in a freezer. And I thought, like, and Margaret has a lot of moments like that too, like where he hits.
Just really specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, like moments.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. God damn it, that's beautiful.
The Godfather.
Yeah, I feel like mine's going to be so underwhelming now. My number one of 2024.
Right.
So these are the 2025 tickets, like the 2025
like the
Oscars?
Yeah.
Okay. My number one.
Yeah.
Luca Guadagnino's A Bigger Splash. Boom!
You've been talking about that movie.
Baby!
Yeah.
Written, again, directed by Luca Guadagnino and written by frequent collaborator David Kajganich. The guy who also brought Bones and All and Suspiria.
Nice.
Which, I'm not crazy about either of those. Full disclosure. But A Bigger Splash fucking rocked my socks. It is based on a story by Elaine Page that was adapted into the film by Jacques Deray called La Piscine, The Pool. It's a French film with Alain Delon, the Last Samurai guy. And famously, Richard Brody, the critic of the New York Times, famously calls it the most overrated art house film, and that it doesn't deserve to be.
A Bigger Splash?
No. La Piscine. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what. Fuck. There's another huge adaptation of that, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sorry.
No. I wouldn't be surprised. It seems to be like one of those tales that is frequently adapted. But A Bigger Splash, it centers around. This adaptation of the story centers around Tilda Swinton recovering from throat surgery. She's a rock star. She's like David Bowie level rock star. And the movie opens with this incredible shot of her walking out into like Wembley Stadium to a massive stadium audience in this incredible jumpsuit.
Hell yeah.
She's badass. But anyway, she's recovering from throat surgery and she's ultra famous. So in an effort to protect her voice, she's sequestered in this small Italian village. Beautiful seaside home with a pool with her young lover, Matthias Schoenhardt. Far from the madding crowd. What else is he in? He's so good.
I knew a kid in middle school named Matthias.
Oh, nice.
Hot. He was.
Anyway, Matthias Schoenhardt is her boyfriend. He's rocking his accent full force.
Oh, yeah.
And the movie opens with them having sex, and it's great. They're living the life. And then, out of the blue, Tilda Swinton gets a phone call from an old flame of hers. The one and only Ray Fiennes, baby.
Hell yeah.
And he just crashes the fucking party. He shows up onto the scene like a car accident, dragging his newfound daughter, Dakota Fanning. Everybody's favorite Nepo baby, Dakota Fanning. And
Dakota Johnson?
Dakota Johnson, not Dakota Fanning. Fuck. Dakota Johnson. Thank God I said Nepo because you knew right away. Everybody's favorite Nepo baby, Dakota Johnson. Who honestly, great. This is perfect casting for her.
Hell yeah.
And Ray Fiennes admits to Tilda Swinton, hey, apparently one of my old girlfriends had a kid, and this kid is my kid. And I just found that out. So here she is. And Ray Fiennes is like this aged rock producer, shoots from the hip, always a little tipsy, ready to party. He knows all the secret spots. Whoa. And he's also just kind of annoying. He's just big energy when we're trying to relax. And it turns into this fucked up love square where everybody's like kind of flirting with each other, kind of like wanting to sleep together, and then things happen, and you just gotta watch the movie. But
nice.
I
trying to figure out where Dakota Johnson fits in all this.
Yeah, it gets wild. I can't recommend this movie enough. And I think one of the reasons I was so drawn to put this as my number one is I really feel that Luca Guadagnino got snubbed this Oscar season. Real hard.
Absolutely.
I think Challengers is kind of the obvious one to point at, but I do think Queer is very special. I am so bummed it didn't get more attention from the Academy. It is a weird film. I saw one Letterboxd review calling it the 2001 A Space Odyssey for the gays. And it totally is.
Hell yeah.
But I think Luca is just one of the most unique voices in movies right now. And A Bigger Splash feels like kind of a Rosetta Stone.
Interesting.
He's doing all of his crazy camera stuff, but it's very not tame, but you can tell he's like still finding his footing. So it's not super over the top, but it's very dialed in. Mm-hmm. And there is a fight sequence that made me stand up. I was like, holy shit. The way it's shot and edited, it just made me feel so tense. Incredible.
Hell yeah.
Also, maybe one of the best soundtracks I've come across since fucking whatever last Tarantino movie I watched. It's just like needle drop after needle drop after needle drop. Beautiful. And it rocks. And you get to see Ralph Fiennes just dancing around shirtless. And honestly, I think he might be one of the greatest actors of our time. Ralph Fiennes fucking rocks, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bigger Splash, people. Go watch it. Go give Luca the love he deserves.
Go watch it.
Go watch it. Sweet. That's the tickets, baby.
That's tickets.
Casey and I will be back on format after this. And then I think the next episode after that we'll have a guest.
Whoa. Bing bam boom.
I think that's the kind of rough schedule we're on right now. Thanks for listening, everybody. Per usual, if you have made it this far and reach out to us on Instagram at This Is The Ticket.
At This Is The Ticket.
TikTok at This Is The Ticket Pod. Our Gmail, This Is The Ticket Pod at gmail.com. Or our letterbox, This Is The Ticket. We'll give you $1 if you're the first.
If you're you have to be the first
to reach.
We're not gonna keep giving out dollars.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
No.
$1 per episode.
Then we're gonna be like, please buy our merch.
Please buy our merch. At this moment, I have nothing to plug.
Hey, me neither.
Sweet, right on.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Go watch the new Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah.
Go watch the tickets.
Yeah.
Our lists will be up on the Letterboxd in the show notes.
We have to pick a top 2. Do you want to watch them first and then pick?
Oh yeah, and then we will have a follow-up episode where we add 2 of the films to our greatest of all time list.
Yeah.
So watch out for that.
Margaret and The Bigger Splash.
Very well could be the ones. If I only have to choose 2, it might change up my like ranking a little bit,
Well, we only get 1 of each.
Oh, that's right. We only have 1 from our list. That's right.
Last year we did Knights of Cabiria, and what was the other one?
10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, yeah, maybe, because I think I rooted for it. But then I rewatched it and I was like, holy shit.
Good movie.
This is the ticker.
This is the ticking clock.
It sounds like a clock. Oh, that's my bad. We did 2. 2 of each. That's my bad.
Yeah, we each chose 2, right?
Sorcerer. Yeah. Sorcerer has a Criterion now. Did you see that?
Oh, amazing. I'm so glad.
4K.
Was that my pick? Sorcerer and 10 Things? And then you chose Candyman and Knights of Cabiria? Nice.
Yeah, because I think I'd already seen Sorcerer. Because of course I would have picked Sorcerer.
Yeah, Sorcerers. Goddamn.
Yeah. Bangers.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have to choose 2 of my 5. Man, that's actually going to be really hard.
Jumanji: The Next Level. I've got taste, man. Anyway,
what was my ticket? Let's review the tickets from last year.
So this was your pick.
Ari's number 5 was Song to Song because he's a piece of shit. And then Slow West, which I still stand by. Miami Vice, I'm kind of rolling my eyes at that right now.
Wow.
But
you were riding so hard for it. You couldn't stop texting me about
it. I still ride hard for it. I think like it's just gotten so much buzz recently. I'm like, I don't think Miami Vice really needs a champion right now. No. But in terms of like this list being an opportunity for people to discover things, you know. Sure. Magnificent Obsession, absolutely. And motherfucking Sorcerer.
Bangers.
Let's go.
Bangers.
And then what was Casey's last year?
Mine was major. Five fantastic films. Rocky 2.
That's right.
I can't believe I rode for Rocky 2 that hard. I mean, it's awesome. Contact.
Oh my god, I still haven't seen it.
Contact is incredible.
Yeah, fucking A.
Jumanji: Welcome in the Jungle.
Hell yeah.
Incredible.
Another William Friedkin. To Live and Die.
I mean, yeah, because what did he die? He died in 22 or 23.
23, I think.
So yeah, we were seeing all this stuff in theaters. Yeah, 23. Knights of Cabiria. Hell yeah. Just watch that again.
Dude, it's so good.
Incredible.
I was hearing people comparing Anora to Knights of Cabiria.
Yeah, Sean Baker said it was one of his inspirations, and rewatching it, knowing that, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, folks. Thanks for listening. My name's Ari Wojcik.
My name's Casey Young.
And this is
The Ticket.
Woo!